Good afternoon, Multiverse, and welcome to this special edition of MNW Dark. I'm your host, Jerry Aldini, and joined with me as always is Pete McPherson.
Yeah, no.
And Michael Montoya.
There are bees, Jerry!
And with that, that's about as much as we're going to care about character and continuity today. Particularly because...
And for the record, Canada was delivered a dog untowards himself to care for, and so he...
His family stopped by and said, "Surprise, your dog's sitting today. Here's a yappy dog." And so he decided...
And since this show's not going to be for anything anyway, we're like, yeah, dude, you're good.
This show is, and this show is brought to you by Fuck It All.
Extra strength, fuck it all.
Because that's about how much we care about being in character today. We're playing it by ear. In fact, we're just going to, wrestling moves, we're just going to make up names. It's a Saskatchewan Suffernickel.
It's a surprise. It's not a shoe cutter. It's a coot shutter.
Ooh. So, hey, how's everyone doing? Also, thank you really quick to Alpha Rax for resubbing at Tier 1 for 15 months. Yes, I'm actually going to read off bits and subs today because who cares? If there's a raid, hey, I'm going to mention there's a raid. I do have one bit of real business I want to do, though, before we get started. Yeah, no, I'm not even bothering with music. You notice that? Hang on. I got to do this thing. Hang on. I'm doing a thing, Tim. Can't stop me. Because, hey, guess what? The nomination forms for the 2022 Nexus are open. So, you haven't... we got to pick a date. When are these open?
Probably do that.
Yeah, they're open today. It started. So, we should... I'm pulling up a calendar. Let's say, because these affect Bosco as well, but, he trusts. Yeah, I'm going out on a limb and assuming Bosco trusts me. Let's do this. Let's say they're open until December 16th. That should give us enough time to...
And we can always adjust it later if we need to.
We're going to say the 16th now. We might change. We'll see, because it usually tapers off at the end when people are putting in nominations, and so... Yeah, I'll talk to Bosco, and then we'll figure out what the nominations are, get a form out, and then you guys can vote. And then sometime in late January, early February, we'll have the award show on the YouTube channel.
I'm sure there's going to be a link posted in the Discord.
Eventually, I'll put them in the Discord channel, after the show. I just wanted to do the announcement here for reasons. So today, we're gonna do a show. So that's today is gonna be scheduling on the fly. Why? Because we didn't book anything this week because our head booker was informed he had to go on vacation.
Worst of all, he had to go to Ohio.
And it's like, okay, dude, we'll do a dark show. That's fine. Ohio. It's fine. You don't have
So one thing Deep got right in the boys.
Ooh, yeah. So we're just gonna throw. I'm literally gonna be just looking at, hey, who do we have in the chat? Who do we want? In fact, I'm already kind of thinking. I'm trying to decide what I want to do for our first match. And I think I got something I want to throw together. Here we go. Wait a minute. One more thing. I'm looking at things.
Ideas, things, possibilities.
That guy, that other guy. Oh, I'm gonna do that.
No, not you. The other guy.
No,
behind him. No, yes, you.
Not that guy. That guy. All right. I think I know what I'm gonna do for the first match. So we're just we're here. We're chilling. We're copacetic. It's cool. It's fun. I just need to now go in and set up. Let's see. Select arena. Ours. The rest is fine.
And I can see what he's doing, folks, even though you can't. So I'll be sure to spoil it for you. So, oh yeah, he's gonna pick that guy. Oh no, you sure you want to pick that guy?
Look, it's really.
No, that guy.
Look, there's a thing that can kind of see who's the what then with thingy.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
You know, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Do that one. And then this one, I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, this. I think this is a good.
You know what? Sure. Yeah.
You know, as a first match. All right. So this is going to be our first match, folks. Nominations. Oh, did it not? Hang on a second. It might not have taken because I just redid last year's link and put this year's links in. It might not have saved. Let me. You know what? Here, let me do this the easy way, and then we'll fix it later. There. That's the flash. I know that's the Flashbang nomination. Should be the Flashbang nominations. Hang on. Let me double check the link myself. That's the right one. Okay. And yep. Okay. So the ones I just put in are the right links. So apparently the my updating of the command didn't go. We'll worry about that later. Because right now we got to get to the ringside. We got a match to call. Oh, hang on. I think I got to go fix something, but I can do that on the fly. Volume mixer. Yep. There we go. I accidentally had the game muted. Yeah, I just figured we're going to start with this one. Why? They're both in chat. They've been active. Hey, we already got a hype train. Sorry, I can't go black and white, guys. This isn't a VTube stream. Grand Admiral, though, thank you for the tier 1 sub at 13 months. Licks you up, thank you for the prime resub at 7 months. Meister DB7, thank you for the resub at 16 months. And we already thanked Alpharex for the 15-month tier 1 resub. So hey, if you want to go ahead and announce this match.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. The hell was that guy grabbing the other guy? Introducing first, In Smoke Sanji.
I just decided, hey, I was going to start with Vin because he's literally been one of my most loyal followers of this channel, both here and on my Monday night streams. And it's like, I'm going to reward him by just kick off the show. Because, you know, Vin, you've been here through thick and thin. You've been a real game player with what we've done with your character. So, here we go.
Voting isn't required?
No. Yeah, no, it's just, this is just nomination time. But no.
Yeah, it's for Nexus, which amount to really nothing. Really.
Yeah, it's just Nexus, although they have sort of become a fun little institution here since we started it. I mean, Bosco certainly makes storylines out of Nexus stuff. I'm coming in a bit quiet. Actually, I think I know why. Hang on, let me fix that. How's that? Is that better?
And introducing their opponent, Gold Wheel.
So there, let me. I bet. Yeah, I was playing with my game the other day because I'm trying to improve the sound quality on the VTubing. Speaking of VTubing, Gorewheel, I mean, J Frost is in the chat, so again, I mean, also this is sort of a thank you because J Frost, you know why? Because somebody very close to J Frost did me a great service by creating my VTube model. So we're gonna kick off the show with Vinsmoke Sanji versus Gorewheel. So here we go. And into the corner goes Gorewheel, catching Vinsmoke's hand and throwing him in the corner. Tell Krista hi back. Oh, and J Frost, tell Krista that as soon as Takahata saw that, Takahata thought the model was excellent and complimented on what great work they did. And oof! That was a Greco-Roman neck snap over the rope. Everything's legal if it's Greco-Roman, folks. Little known fact. I will report Junk's. I can't report on Junk's condition. Patient, doctor privilege. HIPAA laws and all. Now a Greco-Roman eye rake. Very Greco-Roman, Vinsmoke. And just now Gorewheel does a Wasteland Windpipe Crush.
Oh, what was that other one? The Wesley Willis fiasco?
Oh, God, I love the Wesley Willis fiasco. I mean, because when you think about it, they're an early internet meme. It's more the hypocritic oath when you think about it, Sasquatch.
I love the oath of the hungry, hungry hippos.
Oh! And back into the ring they go. Oh! That's the firing squad one, right?
Sure.
One, two. Take out into. You know, back in the day when everything that Vinsmoke hit was a smoking gun. Didn't matter if it was a firing squad, a smoking gun, or whatever. Vinsmoke kicked you, it was a smoking gun. Yeah, we're just chill today. So, Chocolate Zombie, apparently in the Nexus command, it didn't take my update of the forms, but the ones I put in manually, I'll put it, you know what, don't worry about it, guys. I'll put the Nexus forms on the Discord after the show. It'll be the right ones. You can deal with it then. I always set up new forms because the way it stores the data, I just want to have a clean sheet to work from. I don't want to have to sift through all of last year's data. Smoking gun! Back kick!
Remember when Shawn Michaels was trying something else for his finisher before the super kick?
Firing squad! No, that one actually I'm pretty sure was the smoking gun.
Kick out at 2.
No, you guys, that's another
that's
company's game. You can't say that.
That hasn't come out yet. I really do wish they put out a list.
That's a great question.
Oh, yeah, no, they're still just saying soon.
Soon.
Not exactly. Although it looks good.
Yep.
It's very good.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I want to see what the creation suite's like, obviously. Oh, he hit a smoking gun firing squad on the rope.
He had a firing line.
Yeah, if you haven't told, for this Thanksgiving holiday, we're taking it easy.
Boot to the hip. Jenny in the ring.
Clearly, he had a hand on the rope.
And your winner, Vince Moxardi.
That's one thing I noticed. The ref in this game is very hit or miss. If you'll notice the hand of the rope.
Like real life.
Just like real life. I think there is an RNG attached to it. Does he notice the grabber? You know what? I can at least put on. Let me do this. There. Just so we have a little background music. The old theme song, which the reason I don't use this in the new game is they took it out. But yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna take a moment to see if I can double check because people are. I want to see if what happened. I'm gonna go look at my stream elements dashboard. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, let's see custom commands. Raiders, Multiverse, Nexus.
What was that, the SNL Mike Myers Jewish mother bit?
Yeah.
Talk amongst
coffee
yourselves.
talk.
Coffee talk. I'll give you as a topic. Now talk amongst yourselves.
All right, hang on. I gotta look at something else here. Is this going? Goes the. All right, I'm gonna try this again. Because what I basically have, when I check everything, it's showing me going to the. It shows the Nexus stuff going to the right form. But everyone is saying they're seeing the. Can you think of a reason why they'd be seeing? Oh, well, I think I know part of the problem. Hang on a second. The Warzone one. I made a oopsie.
That's a space problem.
That's a space problem. Let's see if this fixes it. There we go. All right, let me check these. That's going to the right. That's going to the right spot. That's going to the right spot. Okay.
No, the problem. Okay, guys. So, guys, I know that all of the questions say best, whatever of 2021.
Oh, I didn't update the question numbers.
Yeah.
All right, that's on me. That was me being lazy this morning.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that's the 20... No, that is the 22 form. I imported the questions from last year. I'll go... And I don't want to change those because it'll affect the answers. So it's the 2022 form. It's just saying 21, and just ignore that. All right, let's get back to doing a show then.
Yep, so figured that out.
Yeah. Why? Caliban was in a rush this morning to get everything fixed, even though he had nothing to do today. Because he decided he could sleep in. And then DoorDash brought him the wrong breakfast. All right. We need to do something else here. Oh, let me... Hang on a second. I just want to turn the music down a little bit today. Let's see. Who else we got in the chat? Let me just look at the chat. Oh, okay. I can do that. Hang on. All right. That's good. Oh, hey. All right, I want you. Oh, ooh. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, I'm literally just kind of looking. All right. I have it, Tim. I have it. I know the match I want to do next.
Okay.
Based on people that we have currently in the chat. Oh, and Zymosite, thank you for the rating party of 4. Hope your stream was great today, Zyme. We're not in character today. It's Dark Show. We are wrestling. It's a Dark Show. And I just thought of the... I think I have... I don't know that we've had this match on the show yet. But it seems like such a natural when you think about it. How does that grab you, Tim?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, you laying down. You picking up what I'm laying down?
Indeed.
All right. And they're both in the chat. So, ladies and gentlemen, the nice thing today, we'll just, what the hell, we'll show you what we're doing. How about that? The battle for the deep. Because, I love
Under the sea. Nope.
No, damn shit. I loved Wakanda Forever.
Beneath the water. That's legally distinct.
Legally distinct. Well, they did one on a Tiny Toons thing. What? We're making a commotion under the ocean. So, these guys. Yeah, a lot of the time when we're talking, we're just covering the fact that the next match is loading. Actually, I'll start the next match loading while we're playing.
It's not nearly as bad as 19 though.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
I love things that inform characters, like the fact that Aiden Zero. I always love Sean and his whole, okay, I'm going to pretend I don't understand something about basic world knowledge. Like, Jerry, what's a shark?
So I'm pretty sure I've never seen a shark hit with something. Yeah, thank you, guy.
He gets it. Yeah. At least he's not that one guy on Rampage trying to yell "what" as loud as he can.
He just keeps thinking he's going to be the one that starts that chant. Gosh darn it.
And introducing their opponent, Death Charge.
Oh, no, that doesn't work.
You know, I do have Maneater. I should stream that one of these days. I actually bought Maneater after a day of watching Big Papa Plutonium playing it.
I think I got it for free when at the game store. I'll periodically do it.
Hey, Race Car Lock, how's it going? And they're off. One guy's gonna punch another guy. This is a King of Atlantis match. Whoever wins this match is the one true ruler under the waves. I can say that, right?
What's the other one they're using for Marvel?
Oh, it's Tuclon?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they realized, hey, let's try and
Talocon.
Talocon. Now let's try and make Namor a little bit more significantly different than Aquaman.
Yeah.
As if having little wings on his feet wasn't enough. They made those little wings work. I'm impressed.
Well, like the concept is very much like a hummingbird with wings. It's not the size; it's the speed at which they go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not wrong, Straw Hat, but that's neither here nor there.
That is the entire history of these two industries.
Mm-hmm. Who came up with what character first?
And then promptly came up with a legally distinct counterpart.
Let's face it, Carcharodon's more of a flying fish. So I guess he'd be our Namor equivalent. Let's go with that.
See, nothing will be the same for me after witnessing the Salmon King. And if, say, he were a freshwater wrestling character, I might suggest that as a move, but it doesn't work for oceans.
True. That match went faster.
And your winner, Carcharodon.
All right, Bird of Chill actually wins, though.
In MNW, Sharker jumps you.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. Travis pointed out I should have made that a cage match. Shark cage match. That would have been great.
What was the thing that Jericho said when he was held? So one of the lines where he said, "When I was like some sort of sexy guppy fish." where he's like being dangled above a shark cage. He like just yells out, "What am I supposed to do? Like sit here dangling like a sexy?" I forget what he.
It was something. Yeah, it's okay. I'm looking at. Just trying to think of. Oh, you know what? I got. Okay, hang on. Let me find. Because he's here. Who's going to be a good opponent for him? Just did that. Oh. Well, he's here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to set up a match, but first off, before we get any further.
Yeah, Straw Hat, I believe so. Also, I want to say Jericho's not too fond of it either. But I'm not positive.
Yeah, but Jericho, he's game day player, man.
Oh yeah.
You show up and you say, okay, we're gonna do this thing, Chris. And he's like, okay. So that's just Jericho. There's a reason why Jericho is a living legend in wrestling. So. Oh, okay. So it's a dark show, as you can tell, because all you're gonna hear of Michael Montoya today.
There are bees, Jerry!
Well, that's too bad, Travis, because you recorded you and the Bad Batch recorded promos. Gonna play them. And especially because once I heard your promo and saw what you were doing, it's like, I have to play it now. So you know what? You just sit there and you listen to the promo you recorded and put in the promo thing and you like it.
Always my favorite.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, like it or not, we're going to hear from Maximilian Thunder Thighs.
It's gonna be Subjects!
No, it's gotta be Max.
It's gonna be Subjects!
No, it's gotta be Max.
When only one of them holds the belt and he's done a lot, what would Maximilian do?
Thunder! Thighs! Thunder! Thighs! Thunder! Thighs! Thunder! Max! What would Maximilian do if he was here right now? He'd take you down and follow through. That's what Maximilian would do. Thunder! Thighs! Thunder! Thighs! Max! When Max was wrestling in the Rumble, fighting for first place, he yeeted out 9 people first, sending them off to space. And when Maximilian was in the matches, fighting against Gorwheel, he used his mighty Thunder Thighs to slam that cheeky heel. Thunder! Thighs! Thunder! Max! So what would Maximilian do when he was in the match? I'm sure he'd win without a scratch. That's what Maximilian do. Thunder! Thighs! Thunder! Max! When Maximilian comes to the ring, you can hear his fans outcries. And they all will cheer so powerful for his Maximum Thunder Thighs. When Max is at Multivania, he beat up Ozzy Duran. Cause Maximilian hits back damage on everybody! Maximilian's on Warzone, handing out the welts. He's coming to the roster now, declaiming every belt. Hi-do to Heidi-lay, Maximilian's here. So let's get a Royal Rumble going and let the crowds out cheer. So come over here, Sammy J, and the rest of Conquest 2. And I'm gonna beat every one of you, cause that's what Maximilian would do. Cause that's what Maximilian would do!
Sorry, we were talking amongst ourselves while that was going on.
Evil laugh. Evil laugh.
I gotta. Okay, one of us has to tell Kurt about that song though, because he's such a South Park fan.
Indeed.
That's part of the reason I did. So I did. Okay. Full disclaimer: you all probably saw that Dr. Caliban appeared on TV2 this week. I debuted on Monday. And after the stream was over, I already had a message from Takahata saying, hey, can you do a bit for TV2 for me? So within the span of 3 days, I had done my debut as a VTuber, then appearing in TV2. And this involved me having a conversation with Taka, prepping about that, but then we just got talking about MNW stuff. So, and you know, he still loves and appreciates. He would actually show up and do something if he had time. He'd love to show up and do something, but he is so freaking busy. He just doesn't have time. But if he can find a time in his schedule, we might coordinate something. Please do not take that as a promise. That is just a what he would like to do.
If the stars align, it's not impossible.
If the stars align, it might happen. All I'm saying is, you know, he still appreciates and loves everything here, and if he and you know, he loves hearing about updates about what is going on in the stories. So, and he's just a massive South Park fan, and so that would just, I imagine, would just amuse him to no end. So with that, we need a match, and I think, based on who's here and after that great thing, I think we have the perfect match. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be the battle of the fan favorites. You know, that's the only thing. I don't have... Okay, so when I'm setting things up, I don't like music. So I've turned music off of everything in the game except in the universe mode. Actually, that's true. If there's one perfect time for...
There are bees, Jerry!
Yeah, there we go.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Maximilian Thunder Thighs.
You know, I think that is the first time I've ever noticed in this animation when Max first comes out, he's giving the Vulcan live long and prosper salute.
Or it's Vader time.
Okay, it's fair.
I mean, when isn't it Vader time?
True. You know, nothing gave me as much joy in this last year as getting that video from Travis of him actually dressed as Max. You know, training. Guys, by the way, I'm not saying you should put that in the Nexus nominations, but if somebody does it, I'm going to have to wonder.
And introducing their opponent, Bambo.
He fly, he be, he sting. Viva la raza! I had to do both because Canada was. He usually likes to do the he fly, he be, he sting.
Indeed. With Sasquatch Wink, if you've checked out the theme to that song, oh my god. Or the theme to that song. The theme to that game. Yes, there is a video game out there called Buck Bumble, and its theme song is incredible.
And they're off. You know, the other wrestler who cosplays as himself in his wrestling costume is also Canadian. But he's not currently on the roster. If you've never seen, High Rolled actually has, the High Rolled model looks like him. And he actually has that outfit. Which is fair. It's also his V2 model. Also created by Krista McGee, the same person who made my V2 model. Yes, I'm going to keep shilling it, guys. I'm very happy with it. That Greco-Roman and neck over the top rope move. He has to be taken off the rod. He felt it was something he needed to do because he wanted to focus on other things, and it was a very polite request, as he often does. Also, though, I'll be honest, High Rolled has been one of the biggest supporters of my launching my VTube. He has been shilling me to the nth degree and has been nothing but wonderful the whole time. Which again, not what you expect from High Rolled. Oh, just throwing Max by his mask.
Oh yes, High Rolled is Bisbeam.
I mean, I know that was the gag of his character, but that's legitimately him too. So, meanwhile, yeeting a bee, and then a good old Max elbow. Now we're at 72 roster members right now. The back at 69 was when those guys had already left. Yeah, only we had a lot of people retire in the transitions, Human Warlock.
It just means that eventually we'll have room for more people.
Yeah.
Not too many more, but...
We do have some new characters in the... we do have some new characters in the pipeline. I will tell you this, we made a decision. New characters are going to initially appear on Blast. Much as Jagger Blackthorn and Westwind had their debuts on the roster on Blast, and the return of Crockport. Now sit on you. I mean, here's the thing. Blast has been doing great. Again, Stinger! Woohoo! Ooh.
And your winner, Buck Bumble.
And RNG is a fickle mistress, folks. On the other hand, Buck is a very... There's the legend of Buck Bumble grows on this non-canon show that totally is... Although, I will let you know, that's going to be... I have to make a decision. I gave myself an option. And by that I mean, I am recording this for potentially going up on the YouTube channel. Although to be fair, I record it. I made the simplest decision back when I took over the show to make sure I would get the record. Well, because I almost missed a couple of recordings. So I ended up setting up the button I press to play the show opener is a multi-action button. So the first thing it does is actually start recording. So I always have a recording, and yet for some reason, I don't know why, I lost Multivania. Thankfully, Joe Mojo had recorded it for Firing Line, so we still had a copy. That is still a mystery. I don't know what happened. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going to set up the next match I got inspired for. Well, honestly, I was really upset. It's like not Multimania. And I was desperately trying to figure out if something had happened. And of course, I didn't notice it until after the VOD had fallen off my channel. So, because I had trouble getting around or doing it. It was just... So ever since then, I double-checked the recordings too. I'm going to do that one. And then I'm going to...
A good general practice to have when you're streaming.
Yeah. So, do you see what I'm doing here?
Indeed.
Because this one just... I've always done it. Honestly, it's one of those things that sometimes throws me when I'm trying to check who's saying what. Because I made myself a big challenge when I created the redeems for promos of, oh, and that's this person who I have to remember what their in-character name is because it doesn't match their Twitch name, and oh my god. So today we're doing these two guys. For the longest time, I kept confusing. Wait a minute, is Race Car Lock 1? Or no, that's Human Warlock. Is that right? So it only has to make sense to me. Damn it, I'm booking. Have these two ever actually faced each other in a real match?
No idea.
Yeah.
It's a lock-off.
You have to wonder if their patrons are going to be. I'd like to point out, folks, that R. Sawyer put a lot more effort into creating the opening video than Tim and I are even remotely thinking about for doing today's show. Thank you, by the way, Rosso, always for doing those openings, but I'm going to let Tim do his thing now.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Nakano Kirishima.
Alright, so the one time I before I realized, oh god, there's an unmasked version of Juan. He was teaming with Nakano. So
Still prefer the one without the round.
well, I mean, we use that one. That's Alphacon's thing.
And introducing their opponent, Juan Chen.
Also, I'm going to state right now, if anyone develops any conspiracy theories about that opening that Rosso created for us, please know I will be coming after you with a stick. We purposely put some shit posting in there. Why? Because we could. So, Race Car, if you're playing, You're allowed one change. We have a rule of once a year with the year starting at Multivania. So if you want to do a physical change-up, sure. Make sure to check in with Zacho. He's in charge of all of that.
One of the big things is just at least it helps if you have a story reason for it. So like there's an actual reason why you change. So that helps. It's not necessarily required, but
yeah.
Again, just run it by the book.
Yeah. Because we'll have to make a story out of it somehow.
Oh, there you go. You're good.
So yeah. I mean, a great example of that, honestly, was Constantinople. All right, so clearly in the Lock versus Lock, race car Lock, aka Nakano's patron, is Sorunko. So the power of a rich man. Who is Juan's patron? Wrong answers only.
Trash man.
Oof.
Said wrong answers.
You did say wrong. I did. Trash man's walking the earth and shit, like Kane. I told Taka that while we were talking this week, and he immediately went off on this whole thing about Trash Man in China. Really gave, I mean, both of these characters are great, but we really did give Nakano a great moveset, didn't we? One, I like Meister's answer. One is his own patron. He's a self-made warlock. I get it too. This is actually annoy the brass chant. They're like, no, that's don't be promoting the other company's game.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering if that's gonna become a thing now. Like, so when the game comes out,
maybe
that newer versions of WWE games aren't gonna have that chant in it.
That's actually a really interesting point. I mean, the fact that it's a common wrestling chant and you hear it a lot in both shows, so.
True.
But yeah, that is kind of a cheeky thing AEW did there. Sorry, I was checking on something.
Ooh. Kick out like
And your winner, Nakano Kirishima.
have it, folks. Well, the power of money wins again. All right, let's I'm gonna set up here real quick. Stop. So another peek behind the. So usually, what happens when we're getting the day ready? There'll be a couple of pre-recorded matches from Zacho, and then I've learned it is best day of to set up the matches because of how this game acts. So usually I've about an hour before the show begins, I put in the matches in universe mode. We go over it. I have everything well set up.
And then 2K22 eventually changes something, and you have to readjust it.
It's just no. Let's start back to reveal. Let's save for another time. Let's go ahead and let's do this one. Because both of them are in the chat.
Oh, okay, sure. All right, the great question everybody's always never asked.
Well, I mean, once, but it actually wasn't on. It wasn't in MNW.
Oh, right.
That one time. But he was being very cheeky, as we expect from him. Or to put it in a more succinct fashion.
Fuck you, Bob.
Now, of course, Bob's going, what did I do? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put this up.
You know what you did.
You know what you did. You know what? You do know what you did, Bob. And now everyone knows because you did this match once on Maelstrom. I'm going to go. Oh, this is loading.
So had I turned into Oberon at that point?
Yeah, actually, I think you had. So
yeah.
I'm going to go use the facility real quick. So if you get the audience entertainment, yeah, I'll be right back.
Hey, there we go. All right, let's do this thing.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. The Creation.
I've never had that short. I've never had two maps with me.
So there was an unexpected thing. So obviously this is not the Creation's normal theme, which tells me Zacho replaced that track with something else. Because the Creation doesn't normally appear on Warzone, so why bother keeping his music the same? We may never know, Sandman. We may never know.
And introducing their opponent.
Hey, Tim, note to self, I gotta add your music.
And update my my graphic character.
Apparently, yeah. What that tells me, so far all of your appearances recently have been in pre-recorded matches.
Yeah. I mean, I am a superstar.
At least it's nice to know elements of this entrance are going to remain.
Yeah.
Although I am looking forward to seeing what the Uncle Howdy assets are going to look like when he finally gets added. Strawhead, if you liked how the creation was popping up in the debut stream, wait till you see what's coming next. So, fun fact, when 2K22 first came out, and we were trying out things, Tim and I tried the, playing together. And let's just say he kicked my ass.
Well, I was also, like, constantly playing the campaign mode at the time, so I was, like, fresh on the system.
Well, you'd figured out a couple things I hadn't figured out yet. You knew how to trigger a couple of events. And actually, that's how you taught me how to trigger a couple of events, because you were doing that. Anyway, here we go. This match,
part of it was for the Mysterio unlock thing for the campaign.
Sure. And if people are wondering, this version of creation. This is the moveset Bosco optimized. He sent me that version just for moments like this.
Been listening to this music group called Hail Mary Mallon, and I just love the reference that I don't think many people get of who Mary Mallon was.
You know, the
For
hardest
those that are unaware, Mary Mallon is more commonly known in colloquially Typhoid Mary.
Yep. Hardest part about recreating the creation in 22 was the hair. Because the two-tone hair was out, and I had to use the hair dye. Thank goodness they put the hair dye option in. And Graveyard Smash! Which leads to Cheeky Pin. That is the one thing that, when we were setting this up, is in the new game, he is just more likely to hit the Graveyard Smash than the Wheel of Pain. But it does also mean if he slaps the Wheel of Pain on it, it is all over. And now the longest move in professional wrestling. I mean, we could have done the rematch with Grimm, but this just seemed more appropriate. And again with the graveyard smash. He sure loves those military press.
Yes.
And thank you to Robert 200-616 JKJ for the follow. Welcome to the House of Caliban and to our really chill wrestling stream today.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
I don't know, you had me in the pin there.
I was gonna say, just as soon as I said it, I come back.
Yeah, that's how that works. Basically, you should have said it earlier. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's trade blows. That's. And third time's the charm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now you should grab the bottom rope here and then.
I'm out.
And your winner, the Creation.
At least they got, the one thing I'm had, at least they got that, the one entrance they carried over from that DLC was this one. Which is great.
Almost really the only good thing to come out of that game.
Well, but I still wonder, okay, that wasn't the only really cool entrance from that set. The Aleister Black one was great. I mean, the Randy Orton wasn't much different than his regular, except for the spitting up the Venom, so I can understand why they didn't do that. But the Finn Balor teleporting one? That was great. I want to actually check something really quick. I'm curious about something right now. But yeah, no, there was so many really good and they just only brought that one over, and I'm like, okay, there was a couple other, the Aleister Black levitating one. Why didn't you bring that one over? That was cool. I mean, we would have absolutely put it on XR Kun then.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it would have immediately gone on XR Kun. So. That confirms what I thought. Well, the thing is they had already let go of Braun at the same time, but they kept that one. And Finn is still in the company, so there was no reason not to do his. All right, so so just for the record, Max wasn't the only one that cut a promo. And one other, enough people, it's like, sure, let's do this. It was only 2. So let's go ahead and play the other promo we got for today. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Bad Batch.
Let's see. turkey, fried chicken, corn on the cob, cranberry sauce, applesauce, macaroni and cheese, green bean casserole, dinner rolls, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, pumpkin pie, ale, and cider. All set.
Goodness, Mr. Butler, you seem to have outdone yourself for the Thanksgiving feast this year. Though I must say, it seems like you may have gotten a little too much food for just 3 people.
Don't be ridiculous, boss. It's not just the 3 of us tonight.
You didn't invite the entirety of Uncle Corp's payroll, did you?
No, boss, I didn't.
Whew, good. I didn't want this to end up like the Mardi Gras incident. So, who did you invite?
Well, Oh, that must be them now. Brothers!
Brothers? I didn't know Mr. Butler had any siblings.
Sarge, please wipe your boots off before you come in.
Sarge? Oh no, he didn't invite them, did he?
Not exactly hair rot, but it'll do.
Ooh, check out that spread. Definitely better than the mess hall this year.
I just hope they didn't settle for that cheap stuff.
Mr. Butler, you invited the Bad Batch?
Don't worry, boss. They signed a non-aggression pact, so there won't be any fighting here.
That's not what I'm worried about. Think about the damage they'll do to my dining hall.
Boss, any damage done is easily fixable. Besides, we're not using the good furniture, we're using the discount shit from Lowe's.
But why?
Because Menards was closed. Alvin, would you like to do us the honors of carving the turkey?
I suppose.
I'd ask what you're all thankful for, but I think we're all hungry, so let's save that for before dessert. In the meantime, let's dig in!
Odin's beard!
Oh, buddy, what happened there?
Still better than Deadpool.
This is why I wear a mask in the first place. Happy Thanksgiving from Blood Money and the Bad Batch.
And so, in the spirit of that promo, let's have some tag team action with the 4 guys in that promo, besides Unkley, who haven't already wrestled today. Ladies, gentlemen, it is a very Bad Batch tag team match. I could have made it a 4-way, but I wanted to have a tag match. So, let's see. Come on, game. It's thinking about it. It does this a lot. But as Tim said, it's so much better than the old game.
Well, it's better than 20.
20.
It's arguably as good, if not worse, than 19.
It's slightly slower than 19. I mean, there is still a whole bunch of, okay, we're going to, promo time is great for setting up the next match because, then this stuff can be happening in the background. Oh, looks like it's all right. We're ready.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Mr. Butler.
Sorry, I'm actually. This is nice to do dark shows every once in a while because it also gives me a chance to do some things to just double check. Is everything working correctly?
And introducing their tag team partner, Ignacio Cervantes.
Yeah, I very purposely made sure he and Sergeant Major Payne were on different teams. I mean, the Cloud9 reunion was just sitting right there, and I was like, no, absolutely not. Other fun fact, I haven't actually set up the tag teams outside of Universe mode. Well, any entrance, again, stuff like that goes through Zacho.
And introducing their opponents, coming to the ring first, Sergeant Major Payne.
Come on, guys, you know what to do. Let's see those 07s. So again, the whole reason, the big reason we ended up doing a dark show today was Zacho is on leave, he's on vacation, and we weren't going to get anything from him this week. So let's do a dark show. He gets the week off. It's Thanksgiving, and Bosco took opportunity of that to take a break as well. Enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. From all of us here at Multiverse Nexus Wrestling.
You think you know me?
And introducing their tag team partner, Bayo.
And here we go. I'm glad it makes you happy, Meister. That's always, we try and build this community, and the goal is everyone should be having fun. And this, yes, this is a role-playing game, but it also on some level is just mashing action figures together. But a lot of work does go into the stories. And it's like the mystery of biting the fingies through that mask, which is supposed to prevent biting the fingies. Also, thank you to Bit Ajax for the follow. And that's a pretty good flip. Anyone who is joining us for the first time today, this is not a regular episode of Multiverse Nexus Wrestling. This is a dark show. We're taking it easy today. That's actually a better question for Tim than me. Normally we wouldn't answer questions like that because we'd be in character, but we're not in character today, so I can answer some regular. But Tim just pays more attention to that than I do. But yeah, as I was saying, we normally are very much in character as Multiverse Nexus Wrestling, but since today's a dark show, we're relaxing the rules. So I don't know. What do you think? Dakota Kai, she wants Alba
I am
Fighter.
not familiar with Alba Fire, so I don't really know what to say there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I know Dakota Kai. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not too familiar
Yeah.
with Alba Fire.
so right now, Beowulf going after that old Traptesius. The thing is, it's a move I don't see much in actual wrestling, but it's in every wrestling game. I think it's just a good transitional hold.
What, the grip?
The grip on the trap. Yeah.
It's more of a 80s 90s move, and it's kind of because it looks a little shit. Like more so when you do the magna grip, where you use your other hand to make your first hand grip more.
True.
But,
and now we have former tag team partners Ignacio Cervantes and Sergeant Major Payne in the ring. Although in actual MNW canon, they have already had their blow-off match of their feud. And they're both moving on to bigger and better things. But it's a dark show, and they did that promo together, so this is happening. So as a reminder to folks, last year, Beowulf won the Rookie of the Year Nexie, and as of today, we opened the Nexie nominations for this year, even though I think it's pretty obvious who are going to be the nominees for Rookie of the Year are going to be. Oh, nice to meet you. So go ahead to those, and you don't have to pick one or the other. You can nominate for both shows. You can even nominate yourself for something. The one rule for Rookie of the Year is they have to have joined in 2022. So, and Jagger Blackthorn, for anyone asking, doesn't count as a rookie. He was a transfer from another show. Generally, no, Sage. That's the one thing we want you to pick one. And part of that is, we will weigh who gets the actual nomination in part by if we get multiples for a certain thing, that tells us, all right, we need to pay attention to this. But the way the form is set up, really it's hard to read if you do. Yeah, so you need to weigh your list. This is one of the reasons why we require people to list who they are, so we don't get multiples from the same person. Or if we do, we can go, all right, this person just did multiple times. Same with the voting. Remember, not only do you nominate for the Nexies, but it is voted on by the community. This will, of course, be our third annual Nexies. Which we kicked off for the year 2020, back when Tim and I were running Firing Line. That was a Saskatchewan sternum snap. Remember, we're making up all the new days today. I keep saying Saskatchewan because that was part of Chris Jericho's famous list of 1,004 moves. Yeah, no, if you want to go, that'd be great, Omni. Thank you. And don't put it in the poll section. Put it in the award section. Flying around the world with Ignacio Cervantes. And yeah, we're just throwing, I mean, yes, we're putting in people based on just, we're booking on the fly. That's all we got going on. We're booking on the fly. Why? Because we can. It's a dark show. None of this is canon. None of this will be recorded for posterity. This is, well, although I am recording it for possible YouTube stuff. Now it's just Chaos in the Ring. What is this? I gotta get a bell sound effect, because for Chaos in the Ring, I should have a bell that I can ring. That's obeying the letter of the law without the spirit of the law. But thank you. Ticket at 2 by the Unknown Soldier. Which, fun fact, when that model was created, that was his actual name, the Unknown Soldier, before it was adopted by Meister and became Sergeant Major Payne. Broken up by Ignacio. Yeah, this just reminded me. You know, it's interesting. Even though many of them have been modified since, just the amount of longevity and love there's been for the models that were created by Takahata. I want to say most, if not all. Was Beowulf one of Taka's creations, or did Beowulf, did you create your guy? And then there we go.
And your winners, Beowulf and Sergeant Major Payne.
Actually a pretty decent tag team match. It's one thing I like. The game is just running things so much smoother. You get a lot more good matches. I think these two. Yeah, I mean, we're just, it's just the thinking back. I every once in a while find it really interesting how these characters evolved from, so people, if you're newer to MNW or you're new to this channel, we did not create the Multiverse Nexus Wrestling. It was created by Takahata 101. And at one point, one of the things Taka just did was he started creating models and putting them up for people to adopt. And most of those models, in fact, well, not 100, a couple people have retired. But there are a lot of wrestlers, a lot of our big name wrestlers are still those original Taka designs. I know Max A Million Thunder Thighs was one of them. Just about everyone that, like I said, I can't remember if Beowulf. All the other guys were Taka models, although they've been updated or modified since the initial. Carnival was one of those. I think all of the Absolute units were Taka creations. Depth Charge was, interestingly, Buck Bumble was not. Buck Bumble was created by X. Wiley Willie. So, we should probably, now that I've had that moment of nostalgia, let me look. Let me see, what would be a good, there's a couple people I've been wanting to, let me go look at some things here. Including, let me look at the sheet. Oh, I'm just, don't mind me, I'm just musing about who I want to put on next. Let's see. Okay, so we had those guys. Want to get you guys on since you're here. I really want to. Okay, I want to do when we do another tag match. I'm gonna do those guys. Oh, I don't know if we've ever. Oh, right. I'm gonna do that for the next tag match. So I think what I want to do for this match, yeah, that'll be fun. A matchup I don't know that we've ever had before. Yes, Multivania matches are valid for Nexus. If it was a crossover match, Bosco and I'll make the decision of which one it goes under. But absolutely, in fact, a lot of past winners have been Multivania matches, which kind of makes sense when you consider Multivania as our big show. And Tim, if you got any other suggestions for matches, I want to, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think, because I'm not sure, I'm curious what this one's going to look like. I don't know that they've ever actually faced each other before, so this should be fun. What do you think?
If it has happened, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get that one percolating. Folks, this is going to be our next matchup. Because I don't know if it's ever happened before.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Squatch is like, oh boy.
Y'all a bunch of bitches! That's what y'all are!
And I get to use all of my sound bites that Wax Willie captured of, Bob making noise.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Dr. Grill.
There he is. The good doctor? That thing always drove me crazy. It's the good doctor. It's like, why are you calling Dr. Grimm the good doctor? This man is the MNW equivalent of Lex Luthor. Although at some point, okay, serious question. Is he more Lex Luthor or Doctor Doom? He's definitely a comic book villain. Although I had a revelation about Dr. Caliban now that he's a VTuber. Yeah, Doc Calypso is saying he's Doc Ock. That's not a bad analogy, actually. So we always said that Dr. Caliban is more James Moriarty, whereas Dr. Grimm is Lex Luthor. I think Dr. Caliban is now a Saturday morning cartoon supervillain. He's like the antagonist villain of some cartoon that has like 4 teenagers and an anamorphic animal.
And introducing their opponent, Sasquatch Wing.
And then there's Squatch. Hey, thank you to XWiley Willie for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 25 months. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We are, yes, we're calling out bits and subs as they come in today because it's a dark show. And today's show is brought to you by Pocketall and Lowe's. But why? And this is just like they're both in the chat. It's like, I don't know if these two have ever faced each other. Like Tim said, if they have, it was a long time ago. And up and over goes Grimm. DDT. Yeah, before Grimm had his glove. You know what's funny? So we, in MNW lore, Sasquatch Wing runs a company called Squatch Roast, where he makes highly caffeinated coffee. And a couple months ago, Tim actually was out here visiting the Northwest. We were hanging out, and we did a trip out to Ocean Shores. And with Corporal Canada, so the entire MNW, so the entire Warzone announcing team was hanging out for several days. And as we were driving along, there was noting of, oh, is that a Sasquatch-themed, espresso stand? Why, yes, it is. Does Squatch know about that? Maybe. Wasn't the only thing we were noting, but that's certain refreshments are legal here in the state of Washington that aren't elsewhere. We won't get into that. Grand Admiral, I'm saving that one in the feature.chat for after the match. Beating the drums of war. And there he goes.
Food's here. Be right back.
All right, yeah, no, fair. Get your food. You know, that's something you don't see an airplane spin outside the ring very often because it would be highly dangerous in real wrestling. Hey, Kaya, thank you for the 100 bits. Dark in here, isn't it? Hope everyone had a good turkey day. Thank you. Well, I did. Very low-key turkey day. Tim can explain his turkey day when he gets back from grabbing his food. It was just Mrs. Caliban and I. We made turkey thighs. Oof! I love that throwing headbutt. I'm sorry, that's the perfect move for squat. We just had some turkey thighs cooked in our Instapot, mashed potatoes, a vegetable, and you know. And we celebrated it by watching the premiere of the Rose Family Show. This, you know, dedicated God.
I'm back.
Hey, so somebody was asking how our turkey day was. I just told people what I had for Thanksgiving dinner. Leave it up to you if you want to explain what you had for Thanksgiving dinner.
I had half of a homemade pizza.
Yeah.
Plain cheese. Because I'm a bullshit bitch.
Yeah. All right, I am. Guys, sometimes that's one thing, you know, in the old game I'd get really be getting concerned at about 6. Are you guys going to get back in the ring? And while this game does have things like double countouts and the like, not as often. Oh, there it is.
They finally taught the models how to move around each other.
Yeah, that was nice. The claw does not bring down Squatch. Now, Sasquatch Wing, of course, besides his history of being an entrepreneur running a successful coffee company, he is also officially one of Santa's helpers. Out of 2. Both he and Raphael Sampson did assist Santa Claus a couple of years ago. And got
Wilson on the permanent naughty list.
That was Wilson got on the permanent naughty list, but I think current Wilson would go, yeah, and. I think I know what our main event is going to be. I got So I'm also thinking our match after this one will be our main event. Mostly because, you know, it's a dark show, it's Turkey Day. I'm just looking at the time. Usually we've got a very set. We are doing these matches. Our rule is always we're going to have 7 matches. Unless something special happens. 1, 2, kick out at 2. We will sometimes replace one of those 7 matches with a backstage event, like a backstage brawl or what have you. Sometimes one of those 7 matches would be the current Wilson would beat up Santa's elves for fun. I mean, that's why I don't think he worries about being on the naughty list. And kick out. there's another claw, and that's it.
And your winner, Dr. Grill.
And the reign of terror continues. All right. So that was a. Yeah. All right. We're gonna do one last match, and then this is gonna be it for the day. Thank you everyone who came and hung out on this this dark show day. We appreciate you, and yeah, I mean, we've just been screwing around today, looking at who has been around. Obviously, you know, there's just not enough time to put everyone on the show with 72 wrestlers. But everyone's getting storylines. We pay attention, and so. Oh, right. I was gonna do this because it was actually quite good from Grand Admiral. We always ask why Lowe's, but never how's Lowe's, because at this point I'm convinced that the frankly stunning amount of advertising money Lowe's has given MNW is a cry for help. That's a fascinating way to look at it. All right. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, this will make for a fun video. Make sure he's still around. I'm basing this at least in part on, again, people who are here watching live. Again, I wish I could get everyone on the show, but it's just we'd be here all day. This is the one I think I want to end the day on. What do you think? Is this a good main event?
Yeah, I can dig it.
All right, let's do this one, ladies and gentlemen. In your main event, when you want a main event, you want your main event stars, or
also,
up there in
Christmas colors.
Yeah, and yeah, it's time for we're past Thanksgiving. It's Patero season. It's Little Drummer Boy Challenge. So let's have the Henshin Hero versus the Undisputed Future, ladies and gentlemen. Your main event today on this dark show, Mega Blitz X versus R. Sawyer, but I don't want to steal Tim's thunder because he does the announcement thing, As it loads. So yeah, but again, thank you all for hanging out. Next week we'll get, unless something happens and Zacho is stuck somewhere, which I doubt will happen. We'll be back to normal next week. Storylines.
Unless Ohio decides to swallow him whole.
I mean, it's trying, from what I saw in the last tweet I read.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. It is your main event. Introducing first, Mega Blitz X.
And apparently I got to go back in and reset his music. This actually tells you how much main event stuff Mega's been doing recently. This tells me that most of the times he's been appearing have been in pre-records, which generally happens in our top level stuff. Don't worry, big things coming in 2023 for Mega Blitz X. He has graduated to the main event status.
And introducing their opponent, R. Sawyer.
And speaking of fixing music, I fixed his earlier today, so I knew he was going to work right. again, it's moments like this. I'm glad at least it's happening on a dirt show is great because then I can go fix it for a regular show. But yeah, no, this is. Also, I want to give our main event as just thanks for all the hard work he does for helping us out. He did all of the show intros. You know, he makes special intro videos for all of the super shows and all of the pay-per-views, and just does a lot of great stuff for us. So just wanted to show him some appreciation by putting him in the main event, and Mega's in here because he's been a great community member and has been sticking through thick and thin as we bring his character up the echelon. So let's finish out the day with these two.
Grab a sword real quick.
All right. And guys, again, I just want to, as we get this main event in our Dark show going, just want to remind you all one last time that the Nexi nominations have opened for this year. These are the correct forms. You can tell by the title. Ignore the fact that all the questions say 2021. It's just a mistake on my part, but the forms are tetchy enough. I'm not going to mess with it. And about middle of the month, we'll get together, and by we, I mean the production staff. It'll include me, Zacho, Tim, Bosco, obviously, and we will figure out who the nominees are based on what you all put in. Also, thank you to Kelly AFU for gifting a Tier 1 sub to Mega Rider Blitz X. Mega, you've done great work with Mega, and you've been very patient. As you know, his story is one of the long runners.
Mega, you might get a kick out of this. Want to know what I did for my Thanksgiving?
What did you do for your Thanksgiving?
For whatever reason, I ended up binge watching the Ultraman Netflix show.
Oh.
That's just like, okay, I'm going to watch this all day.
I do want to check that one out. It's just how much time in the day, and I'm working on getting stuff going thanks to having had the VTube debut and all that stuff. Just a lot of spare time spent on those kind of things. Okay, and yes, we're not really calling the matches today, folks. If you want to be.
Mega, I was saying that what I did on Thanksgiving was binge the Netflix Ultraman.
I love that particular DDT. I think that's a really that move just looks good. I don't know who actually did that one and that it's pulled from. And outside goes the Henshin Hero. So, there we go. And he goes. And again, Canada would have been here today, but his family just stopped by, surprised we need you to dog sit. And it's a little yappy thing, and he didn't want the little yappy going on in the background. So he's around. He's feeling better. He has a lot going on. He does want to get back into regular commentary again, though. Head scissors into it. Oh wait, we gotta remember we're making up names for moves today. And yeah, this is the main event, folks. It's been a book by the seat of your pants day. I think it's been fun. It's always nice to do a day like this because you can put together matches that maybe don't make sense in the current story. Also, it's giving us, because I'm using people that usually end up in pre-record matches and getting to tell me some things I need to work on getting this game set up. Which, you know what this game is? It's an improvement over 2K20 for sure. 2K19, this game is in some ways catchier than 2K19. But hey, we're moving forward. Maybe, you know, I know that I'm looking forward to seeing what Fight Forever gives us. The latest trailer makes it pretty clear that they're going to be doing intergender as a regular thing. Kick out at 2. I need to see the creation seat to see, you know, is it going to be something simplified or is it going to be robust? You know, can we create MNW characters in it? If so, I got a feeling that we're going to be taking a hard look at it when it finally comes out, which hopefully is soon.
Wouldn't mind seeing some new news on Wrestling Mode too.
God, tell me about it. Oh, Russell got out of the way. And yeah, Kelly, I know Fight Forever.
That's something that we're gonna have to take into consideration.
Yeah, once it comes out. Oh, and meanwhile, one on the top rope, and
because I would say that's one of the biggest improvements in 22 is 22 is actually a fun game to play.
Yes, that is one of the things I noticed with 22. You know, the single player mode was fun, not just an endurance of I have to get through this to unlock shit. And up and oh! And this is why Rosso puts that flashing lights warning on the beginning of all of our intro videos, folks.
And your winner, Mega Blitz
And there we have it, folks. Mega Blitz X. RNG loved you there, buddy. And again, I'll go in, now that I know that I need to go in to fix your music, I'll get that taken care of. Although again, you know, this just tells me where you are. If we didn't realize that was an issue, it means you're showing up in a lot of the pre-records, which is like that is where, you know, we're doing a lot of the main event stuff. A lot of the really important stuff happens story-wise. But also, Mega just points out here at the end, it's okay. I want to take the opportunity to say that I wouldn't be the kind of fan I am if it wasn't for kid me watching Power Rangers. So I just want to share my love. Thank you, JDF. I'm going to miss you a lot. Yeah, that's as somebody else who watched a lot of Power Rangers. That's kind of the sad news about Jason David.
Well,
Frank.
And it's hard to disconnect the interaction of wrestling with Sentai and Tokusatsu programs, mostly because they would reach out to Japanese wrestlers a number of times for, the stunts.
Yeah, you do see a lot of
there's
crossover,
a lot of crossover.
in those fan bases, absolutely.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, and with that, folks, Kelly AFU gifting a tier 1 sub to Alpharat. Thank you, Kelly. We appreciate it. All right. So with that, okay. So as we said, we've put it out several times. It's now up on the Discord. In the, I think Wand put it in the the Firing Line General, the nominee forms for this year's Nexus. So check it out. Just because he's been in Ohio, there was no Blast last week. I'm not going to make promises on Blast this week or not, because I haven't had a chance to talk to Zacho, and I expect him to be tired when he gets back from his vacation. So, but Blast, the next episode of Blast is coming. You know, we will find out who is joining the Star Chip tournament. Also, of course, as we've now said, new roster members will be debuting on Blast before they head over to Warzone proper. So check that out. I know. Yeah, I don't know. I assume because he just took this week off because we're doing house shows and everything. You know, at the very least, we'll see Bosco next week on Friday for Friday Night Flashbang when we all get back onto our regular show running. Monday, I will be streaming again. It'll be my second full stream with my VTube model. I am going to do a second day, though, of VTubing starting this week. I was going to do it this last week, but Tuesday got eaten up when Kurt reached out to me to appear on TV2. And then Thursday was Thanksgiving, and I wasn't going to do that. So I'm thinking right now Thursdays I'm going to start doing a second stream for the VTube stuff. And of course, be back here at 1 p.m. next Saturday for the return of MNW Warzone proper. And with that, I should probably see who is on so we can go raid them.
Well, we got a request from Sandman.
Yeah, who do you request?
He's saying Nero is doing a donate-a-thon and could use our help.
Do you know what's funny? I think... Oh, there he is. I was like, why am I not seeing Nero? Oh, he's just... All right, there he is. There he is on my list. Okay, well, there. Then that's it. We're doing Nero. If he's doing a donation-thon, I think that sounds perfect. Let's raid into Mr. Napier. And just, you know what? For Nero, go ahead and just, as the raid message, just MNW, MNW, MNW. Let's, you know, just know it's a nice MNW raid coming his way. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this dark show, this very chill event on this Saturday afternoon. And we look forward to having you join us all again as MNW proper returns next week. So with that, thank you very much and have a good night.